operators are in this media and have to capitalize this media, because earlier thing is screen डाल दो, ad आ जाएगा, चला दो. But we are moving a different way. We are putting branded contents like Bijan, Darwara, Tarla Dalal, getting them on board free of cost and doing a lot of rich contents and attracting people, passengers to it. Yeah, so GATS is, it's still going to be accepted media. A lot of push required from the advertisers' point of view, making them aware of the innovation that can be done rather than selling, okay, this is not a television, but please think beyond running spots. Let's engage and innovate into this media and reach, get a better ROI out of it. So very few people currently operating in this space, only 2-3 companies. Our USP is what we say is that contents, there are rich content, we look out for rich contents on screen. First is first to engage passengers, create a buzz out of it, let people know what we are. They should look to our screens when they go the bus. That's the basic aim that we look to. A person should be disheartened if he doesn't see the screen inside the bus. That's what the ultimate aim is to. And then the technology to it. Add a technology flavor to it. Yeah, ad driven is a major model to it, where out of the 30-minute loop cycle, we have 20 minutes of ad space or 15 minutes of ad space through the various innovations, and 15 minutes of content space, and of which we see 75% is booked and 25% still not booked or we don't receive. So we have that space to it. So what we do with other revenues is, yeah, we did a small exercise. We started selling products. We did a barter deal of watches, and then we advertised on the bus saying, okay, this watch at $399, order and call now. So we got good response, and we sold some 100 watches in 10-15 days out of it. So we thought it can be a good model, wherein we do a e-commerce platform, or we call to order platform, and yeah, let's start selling products and imagine the free space that we have. The next is, yeah, similarly we keep getting a lot of resumes on our website, on our emails. When we had just highlighted a small opening at our office, and we started getting a lot of inquiries saying, okay, हमारे लिए good job है, हमारे लिए good job है. So it's not yet developed, but yeah, we're thinking these are the other revenue things or which can be developed because it's a mass media. I can create a lot of platforms here.
So run through telling what this slide would mean. Forget the domain for time is short. Just run through each slide. What is it?
Yeah, the content. Again, we have in-house content, so we are getting a lot of inquiries saying that why don't we become a common platform for all digital players to give content. We have a lot of tie-ups with good associations. That is another unexplored area there. And the process is yet to be patented. So the next can be patented if we can look at it. Sales strategy. So here are a few sales strategies that we have. Mumbai, where we have good associations. So we like to have people getting associated with these contents. Other buzzword is popularize those content, or do a launch activity or how any other content or a colors serial gets launched, create a buzz. It creates a pull and push effect amongst the advertisers and amongst the passengers, so they know what to expect on screens and types. A few people who currently on board with a lot of experience into media, it defines this. A list of clients that we are currently working on. BSC showed live stock updates on the go. Hindustan Times is now showing live news on the go. We are showing live IPL scores. Setmax is showing the live schedules. It changes real time. Direct competition in terms of, because the industry size is a bit small, indirect competition, like we come at the bottom of the media planning. That's the indirect competition that we have. Most of the budgets are going towards the OH print television types. So there's a bit minuscule because people are not aware of this media well. So that's why we are still at the bottom of the pyramid of their media cycle, but we expect to grow well. Yeah. That's where through push and pull mechanism. So my slides are completed. So yeah, feedback on this and yeah. That's it. Thank you.
You have a narrative saying, you are able to make me, kind of visualize the past people sitting listening to Bijan Darwala, astrology or Tarla Dalal something. And I hope this is a work in progress. But just this is a presentation. This is not being sent to investors, right? This is not a detailed one. No, I'm saying this is intended to be presented to people in a room, and then you take it away with you, right?
Yeah.
So it is more of what you are going to talk about. So if you just say sales strategy, 2 words there, celebrity, whatever, celebrity content. Maybe you show photo of this guy, Karla Dalal or Vejan Garu. The next screen, for example, you have 20 names. It's called logos Garu. It just shows you're lazy or you don't get it, but it's a smart guy. Why is so lazy there? So I think,
just this the white copy. I have not yet put lot of. I only put images to it. I just started working on this.
Yes. Put less content, more of headings of what you will speak about, and then you are the person who writes all this, so you can anyway. Here what is happening is everybody here, I mean all of us here are kind of reading, and they are ahead of you. You already read the team by the time you start off. You know,
I was right with clients, so I just thought I would then praise as clients.
Show
Thanks for feedback.
The delivery was maybe one of the very,
I mean, I can give my 2 cents on this one. So what I liked about what you said, you started off with a very clear problem statement, which I think most people got. And second thing was, I think he did very well was he said, why should you listen to me? I was a brand manager, blah, blah, blah. So he gave his credentials and said, okay, the guy seems to know what he's talking about, right? I think after that, you're right, there was a lot of detail, and I started reading the slides instead of looking at you and kind of picking up your cues. So if you do less of slide and more of you, it will be a very powerful thing to do. Good job.
Good afternoon, everyone. We being Indians, I think the 3 most important essential things for us are roti, kapra and makan. Out of which everyone, I think, is working on the kapra sector. So the internet is being heavily penetrated with websites covering the fashion, clothes, covering housing. But I think there's still a lack of penetration amongst the food sector. Typically, I'm sure all of you tend to eat out probably, I would say, twice a day. Twice a day you eat, and eat out probably twice a week. And I think the basic idea, this is what we are representing. I'm from a company called Dyna. I'm one of the 4 founding members. Myself being an investment manager for the last 6 years. One of my partners is an IIM graduate. The other one is a merchant navy officer. And the 4th one is a finance professional. So we all have been, we're from Delhi, we all eat out a lot, we all go out a lot. And we realized that there is a specific need in the industry today. And this is what we're trying to solve. There are a couple of food-based sites around, but they're not typically doing things what we think is the need of the hour. The basic problem, I'm sure, all of you go out, you might have an occasion to celebrate, and you might have a problem finding a venue, or corporate people, you want to organize a corporate dinner for a Japanese delegation who are coming to town. You want to find the best restaurant, unfortunately you do not know where to go. And this is where we come in, Dyna. We're labeling ourselves as Dyna for the smart diners. Basically, essentially, what we do is, you come to our website, you make a booking, and you get discounts at your best restaurants, absolutely free of cost. As simple as that. The need we're trying to solve is twofold, from the restaurant perspective, as well as from the customer perspective. From the restaurant perspective, the need of the hour, because of the increased competition today, is how to increase footfall in a cost-effective manner, how to reach out across to a wider audience in a cost-effective manner. But the most important being that the marketing, advertisement, and promotional cost for any restaurant today can be quite high, be it part of its single chain or be it part of a parent-owned company, whatever, can be quite high, and there's no real way of figuring out the return on investment. So as an example, someone might spend a couple of lakh rupees on a marketing promotional campaign and yet still do not know how many people are coming because of that to the chain, or how many people it's actually reaching. And this is where, again, we come in. We, from the restaurant perspective, are labeling ourselves as the Facebook of the restaurant industry. And that is a tall claim, but we hope to be able to justify that substantially. What we typically do for any restaurant today is we create a complete microsite for them. And once it's up and running, because traditionally today, it is most restaurants being single-owned, family-owned entities, it is quite expensive to market themselves online to reach out to a plethora of customers who are out there. So what we do is we create a complete microsite for them, wherein they have pictures, offers, events, everything about any restaurant on one single page. And once it's up and ready, we give them the admin right so that they can manage everything in real time themselves. So a restaurant owner sitting on a Monday afternoon thinks that it's going to be a lean period, lean evening, he can immediately log on, have flash offer 50% off for Monday dinner, and it's instantly out there to our customers. From a customer perspective, as I said, you all go out, spend money at restaurants, but imagine if you go out, your favorite restaurant, you book through us, and you're able to get fantastic discounts. 15%, 20%, 25%, up to 15% off your total bill. All you need to do is go out through us. Absolutely free of cost, no hassles. Now imagine another scenario. Most of us have typically in a year celebrate a few occasions. Be it a birthday, be it a parent's anniversary, be it your anniversary, be it anything. Typically 20 people want to go out. I'm organizing, obviously I want to get the best out of my money. So what do? I probably call 5 different places, try to negotiate the best deal with them, and spend my whole Saturday wasted, and then all of a sudden my friend comes in, oh, why don't we try this place? Actually, we want to try a new place. And then the whole process begins again. Think of it that a solution where you just pick up your phone or log on and dial one number or just fill in a simple form. When it comes to us, because we have our partnerships with most of the restaurants in town, the good restaurants, we send them people in bulk. We are able to negotiate the best deals. It's all the collective effort, which is everyone's trying to replicate it, but no one I think is trying to do it successfully. You have your Snap deals and your Groupons and your Buy Quests and etc. X number of My Daily deals and things like that, but no one is actually able to do it properly. And this is what we are hoping to do, and we are trying to do it free of cost to the customer. The restaurant industry today is worth 43,000 crores. It's expected to grow at 17% annually because of the disposable income rising, because of a number of factors, because of people getting more and more eating out, because of small nuclear families, because of both partners working. So it's a growing industry, and we hope to get part of this pie of that industry. How do we make our money? It's very simple. We charge the restaurant per customer we send, but that's not the only thing. Because of our model, a restaurant to list with us is absolutely free, but because of the value-added services we are offering them in terms of giving them real-time access to managing their offers, their events, everything, there's a small fee attached to everything. A very nominal amount, as low as 500 rupees a month, but it all adds up. Currently, we've already got more than 150 restaurants in Delhi NCR with us. In a couple of months' time, this is going to be growing up to 250. We're also planning to launch in a couple of other cities. But obviously, the basic question is that why the Zomatos and the Burbs of the country can do that. It's very simple. It's the next step for them. So to safeguard ourselves against that, we are working on a couple of proprietary softwares as well, which is going to enable our systems to tie in directly with the restaurant system to do real-time inventory management for them, table management for them, and this is one of the things which is actually not being done properly today, because you go to some of the best restaurants in town, even 5-star restaurants with 5 stars, and still a lot of them do the inventory management and Excel sheets, and it's actually amazing when you actually see that. So we're coming up with a low-cost software model for them so that it ties in with that. And then finally, this is the next step on from that is going to be everyone. You cannot move away from technology, you cannot move away from digital. So we're coming up with digital menus, replacing the entire infrastructure of paper menus of all your covers and all, which can be quite expensive for a restaurant to have, with just a simple low-cost solution, which is a tablet with the menu on it. And as simple as that, you can, instead of getting a traditional menu, you get a tablet, you order, while you wait for your order, you can be kept busy with it, there's a lot of interactive content with it, and the restaurants are happy because we can sell these ads, there are a lot of ad space, which we can sell, and the restaurants make money as well. So at the end of the day, it's a win-win for the restaurants, because they tend to increase their footfall, they do get to minimize their costs. It's a win-win for the customers, because obviously you save money. At the end of the day, it's the most important thing, you save money. And hopefully it's a win-win for us, because we hope to grow along with it. And that's it. Thank you. sorry, I couldn't. I had a short presentation, but I couldn't hook my laptop up.
Vivek, you have any info?
Why don't you go ahead first?
So Jam, I wish you would have booked to. But
Yeah, unfortunately.
I think it's a good presentation. You have done much better at it there.
Definitely.
But for I think some part of the presentation I was actually lost on what you're doing.
Okay.
So initially my thought was that you are in business of restaurant. I think midway I realized that you are in service provider to restaurants. And then I realized you are a deal sourcer for restaurants. Then I realized that you are doing something else. My feedback, I think you are doing too many things, but the clarity is coming in steps. Have a clarity in the beginning, because I thought you may be an event company because you are allowing people to go for events to a restaurant. Then you came up with a discount structure, so slightly confused model, and your revenue model is still not very clear to me. So how you make money, how big is your market, and on team side also I think if you can tell more about team would really help.
The most important, what I don't understand is like, is there like sort of a, because obviously I should talk about these things, but then obviously as everyone says the pitch.
You have your 1 minute.
Okay.
Potentially you have your 1 minute. I think you can do a lot of things in this 1 minute by talking about, because if you just tell me a guy from Navy, how do I connect with him? What credential you bring on board in the fourth partner? You being investment banker, the other guy is also from finance, and third guy. So I don't know. Initially I thought, my God, there is no guy from hospitality industry. Then I realized that you are in technology. There is no guy from technology, finance guy, Navy guy, and so I was actually off tangent,
Sure.
So I had to, since I'm here and I know I have to listen to you, I'm paying attention and trying to get things out of it. But if I have an option, then probably I will not be able to give that much attention. And slightly it was monotonous. I don't know, Krishna can tell more, but what I heard in first 3 minutes was again repackaged for next 3 minutes, was again repackaged for another 3 minutes. Is my feedback. Krishna?
Yeah, I thought it was good. You're very articulate and you're very convincing. And I think the benefit of doubt is if you had projected. I think we're not talking here about the idea at all, right? So you projected it would. I think it had the right tone to it, which is convincing, bordering on aggressive or whatever. You're at least, and I think it was good.
Yeah, so I think the delivery was good, right? I think you looked at people, eye contact with audience, but the other guy also did, which was good. Normally people just look down or the slide dead. That's good. I think it was a bit confusing. Because I'm still a little bit Anil on this one. I just couldn't figure out what you were, because where you started off from, where you ended up was very different, from a discount thing to a corporate, personal, special days, anniversaries, to a platform, service provider for a sale, advertising. And just don't get me wrong, in the end all of the stuff can be done, right? But you just need to give that pitch very clearly that I'm an end-to-end provider, other guys do only half, I do the full thing, right? And my barrier to entry actually just be my tablet, right, for example, XYZ. So I think if you put the same thing in that context, would come across as a lot more powerful than just 5-6 different business ideas that you threw kind of sequentially. But I think it makes sense what he just did.
As in, I had something to throw, but
I can tell you one thing, if I start breaking my head and try to visualize the potential, I can visualize the potential, but you are not able to, communicate that to me.
So this space, in my Mumbai Angel, I don't know how IAM guys, work here. Typically what would happen is people would come to you after in the QA session and say, what, cannot make sense, but you seem like a good guy. Let's talk some more. I think that would have happened neutral.
So what happened with the delivery, which said, okay,
right,
let's just understand more.
That's it.
So this would have gone to the next stage.
Yeah.
It's wrong. whatever the open table does with a laptop or whatever with a tablet, and then you. But I think that would have, 3 people would have said, oh, open table. And the only question is, are there 5 open tables in India, clones? That's would have been, and I think rightly said. But that mostly happens. I mean, the team, what business does this team have in hospitality? I'm sure you have some story there. That story should have come out because you already know it's a question, anticipated question. Why didn't that story of merchant navy, maybe he had bad food on the ship, some story, right? No, this other guy said, right? He pointed out about my friend met me, and it's a narrative. You know, that you can't capture, but that narrative answers anticipated questions. So the CA and the finance guy and the investment banker, so you should be here to raise and flip, but you know, who's going to do the...
But can I just ask one question, because obviously you guys are here. Is it sometimes can be considered as negative if you refer to something else? So you, if I would have said like sort of trying to be the open table for India, is that would that be a sort of negative that you trying to clone something which is already there? I have no idea. I'm just wanting to. No, there's no that would be okay.
But this, I need to understand relevant for India, right?
Sure. Thank you so much.
Like the investors, we won't choose the one with, the best content.
You should be equipped for everything.
Yeah.
I couldn't present anything.
Pardon me?
I couldn't put my laptop up.
You are decide who that one will present and you don't have to worry.
You are